Hey, I'm Ed Merrison from CellarHand, coming to you on International Pinot Noir Day 2020. I hope you're having a good one. And fittingly enough, there is a bit of International Pinot Noir on the menu today. We are heading to Burgundy, but more accurately to a village synonymous with some of the world's most seductive Chardonnay. Meursault. Well, why not? And we're going to visit Domaine Matrot. And the wines we're going to look at are a response to an FAQ that gets thrown our way quite often. I suppose that's what an FAQ is. But what can we recommend in the way of affordable Burgundy? Now, affordability, of course, is an elastic concept, but we get the point. You want something to scratch that itch without taking an arm or leg with it. So these are the two wines we're going to look at, both from 2017. The first is this, the Domaine Matrot Bourgogne Blanc. And the second, as I said, a Pinot. This is Marange Vieille Vigne, to be precise. So as I said, we're in Meursault in the Côte de Beaune. This family domain started out in 1835 and is now run in the sixth generation by sisters Elsa and Adèle Matrot. Elsa joined the domain in 2008, followed 2 years later by Adèle, and they worked alongside, but I suppose slightly under their parents, Pascal and Thierry, for a while. But with the 2016 vintage, the reins really passed more formally to the sisters. Last November, Jasper Morris, MW, the author of Inside Burgundy, and you'd have to say the preeminent authority on this region, declared that Elsa and Adèle have, quote, found their feet at this excellent Meursault domain. Now, although, as I said, we're looking at relatively affordable wines today, it goes without saying that the reputation of the estate hangs on the wines it produces from its most exalted vineyards. And typically for Meursault, this is regarded principally as a great Chardonnay domain. On the Pinot side, the family has village-designated parcels, also in Auxey-Duresse, in Montély, and Meursault itself, as well as Premier Cru in Volnay and Blagny. Now, when it comes to the cream of the Chardonnay crop, the family has excellent holdings in the Meursault Premier Cru Les Charmes and Les Perrières, and in Chalumeau and Les Combettes in neighbouring Pouligny-Montrachet. So the style here is pretty well established. After all, Adèle and Elsa's father, Thierry, took the reins way back in 1976. He immediately abandoned chemical fertilizers and set it on the course it follows today. In a nutshell, the wines aim for precision and relatively unadorned beauty. There's nothing in the way of stylistic trickery in the cellar. New oak use is low, slow natural ferment to the go. The lees go unstirred in the Chardonnay, and the bunches are always destemmed in the Pinots. So when all's said and done, the whites embrace the richness and energy of their origin. The reds aim to highlight the finesse and delicacy of Pinot, and both, of course, aspire to reveal the signatures of their particular addresses. So look first then at the Bourgogne Blanc, actually labelled Bourgogne Chardonnay and sealed with a very attractive screw cap. A couple of nods to modernity there. The fruit here is from vines with an average age of 20 years, harvested near the Meursault appellation vineyards. The grapes are whole bunch pressed with an airbag press, then run to barrels after settling. And here's a little trick that I guess might run counter to New World expectations. This wine here sees 30% new oak. It gets what people might see as the expensive treatment because Elsa and Adèle don't want the imprint of new oak to lay too heavily on the fruit from the high appellations, the Meursault Village and Premier Cru, which actually see no new oak. So this goes through full malolactic conversion, standard of course for white Burgundy, where there's no danger of the white being flattened in the process. It spends 12 months in oak all up. So this 2017 has a pretty intense nose actually, Chardonnay without doubt and with good oak showing. It wraps together pretty classic notes of lime and stone fruit, vanilla, cashew and cinnamon. This is medium-bodied and supple with a mouth-filling intensity, citrus and slivered almond notes. It feels clean and stony through the finish. It's not massively long or complex, but provides a really satisfying mouthful, and it ultimately signposts Meursault's power and purity and touches upon its mineral charms with good integration of fruit and oak. And now onto this, the Marange Vieille Vigne, also from 2017, and again under screw cap. So this is a village wine from Marange, the most southerly appellation of the Côte de Beaune. It's labelled, as I said, as vieille vigne, meaning old vines, but that term actually has no fixed significance, and these are hardly ancient. These vines, in fact, have an average age more like just over 30 years and are planted on steep marly limestone slopes facing southeast. So these bunches are destemmed, as I said. The wine's given a 3 to 6 day cold soak before natural fermentation, which routinely runs for 12 to 18 days. It spends 15 months on its lees in oak, and just 10% of that oak is new. So with this, there's immediately a woodsy, spicy, sappy impression on the nose, which evokes small, crunchy red berries with peppery bite. There's perhaps a hint of black cherry and cream too, but with air I found it became more floral, more pretty, more precisely red-fruited. In the mouth though, it's perhaps a little gentler and sweeter even than expected, with bright forest fruits softened with a yoghurt-like note. Again, that woodsy, spicy dimension, suede tannins running through it that grow slightly grippy and firm on a finish of middling length. All up, there's good presence of gently presented, sweet enough berries to sustain it and leave a pretty refined, bright and balanced impression. A good drink then, true to this part of the Southern Côte de Beaune. Well, to learn more about the wines of Domaine Matrot or anything else in the CellarHand portfolio, please check out our website. That's cellarhand.store, or feel free to send us a direct message at CellarHand Wine or to me at Merrison. In the meantime, please stay safe, drink responsibly and discerningly, have a great International Pinot Noir day, and thanks again for watching.